you think of how movies are made, what is the first thing that comes to mind? Did you think of the Midwest? A question that has bothered me for a long time now is why nobody makes films in the Midwest. This is Clayton, and I'm going to discuss why Hollywood chooses to ignore local independent filmmaking. Back when I was in high school between 2014 and 2018, one of my classes had a guest speaker who changed my perspective on just who is capable of making a film. This individual gave insight into film tax incentives, which in my home state starts over the $200,000 budget at 30%. In the amount of time since high school, I have additionally learned of film and television work grants, which often go unused. But why is this? Often micro and macro budget film productions do not meet the criteria for or don't pursue grants geared towards their efforts. This results in grants expiring, tax incentives disappearing, and film groups becoming estranged from Hollywood for crowdfunding opportunities. These types of productions resort to using unknown or local actors, cheap or underdeveloped storytelling elements, or directors who are largely unrecognized. I'm going to mention a handful of filmmakers from my region that have made low-budget films of notoriety. This includes Lawson Thresher, who made The Phantom of the Fields.
Lawson Thresher is making his way to the big screen. In just a couple of weeks, the 20-year-old and East Perry native will debut his first short film. It's called The Phantom of the Fields, and it'll release here at the Marcus Cape West Cinema.
3 and 4.
I pulled out some old scripts I had and I found this one and did a rewrite on it and thought it would be a good one.
He tells me he got the idea to write the film from other directors during a trip to Los Angeles. And he says his movie was shot all in his hometown and in family members' homes.
Stephen Pierce, who directed a zombie movie, Herd.
Hey, please!
Get that on the ground! I'm in command!
So terrible!
I wouldn't dream of jerking you around, John.
I love you.
I think we're gonna be thick as thieves.
Please just let us go home!
Charlie Queen, who directed his own zombie movie, Mort.
The corpse is gone.
The fucking corpse is gone?
And finally, Hunter Adams, who directed Dig Two Graves.
I miss Sean.
It's not easy losing somebody you love. Wish I could tell you there's some kind of magical answer, but there isn't any.
Hello, child. You like magic, right, Jake?
How do you know my name?
We can bring your brother back to life, but somebody has to take his place. Should we shake on it?
All the films I mentioned use themes of supernatural or horror elements, which are often negative cliches of beginner filmmakers. It is these negative stereotypes that often reinforce the opinion that independent filmmaking is not important. This could not be further from the truth, and the aftermath leads to states losing commerce and film opportunities to neighboring areas. This exact issue was touched on by Austin McConnell, a YouTuber from Missouri who spoke of this same problem in his video, Why Ozark Isn't Filmed in the Ozarks.
So why doesn't Missouri ever play Missouri? Well, it turns out it's not an issue with the state's geography or industry, it's all about money. But hey, aren't most things in the entertainment industry? Since 2014, most film and TV production companies have actually avoided shooting in Missouri because Missouri no longer offers a film tax incentive.
A link will be provided in the description for the full video. In my home state, efforts to attract film commerce has increased with several Hollywood celebrities making visits to the area. Examples include Greg Sestero from Tommy Wiseau's The Room, a film released in 2003.
Yeah, man, you never know. People are very strange these days. I used to know a girl. She had a dozen guys. One of them found out about it, beat her up so bad she ended up in a hospital on Guerrero Street.
What a story, Mark.
DeWanda Wise from Jurassic World Dominion, who plays the character of Kayla Watts.
Allosaurus.
Giganotosaurus.
Former child actor Josh Peck from Nickelodeon's Drake and Josh, as well as the 2004 film Mean Creek. And last but not least, Bob Odenkirk from Better Call Saul, who visited my alma mater, SIU Carbondale. All of the celebrity visits from my area are all quite significant, considering that the most noticed celebrity from my area is Mason Ramsey, aka the Walmart yodeling kid.
I don't know what I do. All I do is say
One of the filmmakers I previously mentioned, Stephen Pierce, is an award-winning writer on Saturday Night Live and made a similar film to Lawson Thresher, who got former Scooby-Doo voice actor Scott Innes to do the voice of the Phantom in his film, a supreme advantage compared to when I started using a camera. Another important factor that put me at a disadvantage was that I had no idea that my high school had a film club. This was due to the fact that none of my friends were joining or anybody telling me of it. Had I known that sooner, I might have had an earlier head start. But this was not the case, because nobody advocated for film appreciation to the right people. Granted, when I was attending high school, I was influenced by other YouTubers and my classmates during the rise of Vine and Musical.ly. I was learning filmmaking from people my age who were seeking the same career path I did. They were driven by popular media such as blockbuster movies, music videos, video games, and viral trends. These mediums have evolved and changed to fit the era of streaming and short-form content. Although this change could affect independent filmmaking for the better, it may also affect it for the worse. And with that being said, my name is Clayton, bringing you new content whenever possible. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.